Good morning, guys. Um, this morning, I wanted to come and do this particular video. I'm not really sure how it's going to go over. I'm not really sure if I'm very concerned on how it goes over. It's a topic that needs to be addressed. It's a topic that may anger some, but there have been times when I have made very good informative type videos and I still get attacked. So I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much this morning. Um, this morning, I want to talk about a subject that I'm going to talk about with someone on Blog Talk tonight. It's my topic, so I figure I'll go ahead and address it because it is something that needs to be talked about. And we're talking about the black man in the black community and the importance of not only his presence, his input, his mind, his heart, everything that he has to offer needs to come back to his community. I have seen where it just seems as if the black man has totally distanced and totally taken himself out of the black community. He's basically put everything on the black woman as far as the responsibility, the accountability, the blame, the problems. And I don't really see where she gets much credit for anything that she has done positively. And, you know, we know people can't just do all bad. We know we know that the black woman has done much positive in the black community. But as I say, according to the black man and the ideas that's going on right now in the black community, uh, uh, even homosexuality is being blamed on the black woman, on the black single mom. And the issue that I'm not understanding is, I'm not understanding how the black man is even taking himself out of parenting. Because what I keep hearing is the black woman get pregnant. The black woman is raising single children. The black woman, but my thing is the black woman is not getting pregnant by herself. I'm finding a lot of black men who, I don't know, because that's all they can get or because she's an easy lay. She's easy to get type woman. They're going for these women who eventually they call bitches and hoes. And my thing is, if you're laying with these type of women, how does that take you or make you better than her when you're sleeping with her? What I do hear is, the black woman needs to make better choices. The black woman needs to keep her legs closed. But somebody's sleeping with those type of black women. And then, as I say, when you get her pregnant or when you have a baby by her, then all of a sudden she's a ratchet, she's a this, she's a that, it's not my baby. It's just, and as I continue to say, it's just, completely removing himself from the scenario. He doesn't want to pay child support. He doesn't want to claim the child. He doesn't want to have any responsibility in the child's life. And then, as I say, as the child is raised by a single mom with no input from him, then, however the child turns out, who raised it? It was the mom, But is it totally her and her rearing or raising because you chose not to be there. Did you put her in a situation where she had to do the best she could? And as I say, we put this blame on the black woman because and the issue is that she is not built to be both father and mother. A man is not built to be father and mother. We are built to be whatever we are made by nature. And so you're not going to have a perfectly 100% balanced child being raised by either a man or a woman. It's just not going to happen. And as I say, the black male continues to leave the children and child raising and everything to the mom. And I hear all of these reasonings. I hear the black woman is too mean. I hear the black woman doesn't want a man. I hear the black woman is too hard to get along with. I mean, I hear all of these things. And yet we hear that. We don't hear that from any other race of men, any other culture of men. I personally have never heard from any other race or culture of man that the black woman is too hard to deal with, except coming from the black man. And to me, that is a problem. That's an issue somewhere that I can't pin totally on the black woman. I mean, we just have so much blame shifting and so much unaccountability by the black man until it's really sad and pathetic. And then the thing that gets me is that when you hear so much about, oh, the white man this, the white man keeping me down, the white man won't let me get a job, I got a felony, I got a whatever. And believe me, I'll be the main one to talk about the system of racism, white supremacy. I understand, I overstand the fact that the system is designed to keep us as a people down, keep the black man down. I will admit that. But it seems now that in so many ways is being used as a crutch. It's being used as a tool of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just no accountability because of that, And so when the white man has then now set up programs and ways for your children to get medical care, ways for your children to get food stamps, ways for your children to be on this program, this whatever, this housing, this whatever, then the black man gets upset and blames the black woman for that. She on welfare. She on housing. She on government assistance. She ratchet. She this. But the whole real true bottom line is that if you were taking care of your children and your babies, however it is that you take care of them, giving her money, giving her whatever, would she have to go on government assistance? Maybe she's on government assistance because she has no help. Maybe she's on government assistance because the money that you make on most of these jobs, even what you consider a good paying job, is just really not good enough. I mean, here in the state that I'm in, you cannot find an apartment for under $1,200. And so, maybe perhaps she needs some help. Maybe perhaps, instead of, you finally sober now and you're not thinking with your small head and, you see that, she didn't make a good mom or she's not going to be this or whatever. Is there any responsibility for the fact that you still have a child with her? And that's what we have to look at. We look at the fact that, the black woman needs to make better choices than me, and the black woman needs to stop sleeping with thugs. The black woman needs to do this and do that. And I agree. The black woman needs to do a lot of things, but the black man needs to do a lot of things too. And the black man needs to take some accountability in who he also is sleeping with. I was on a I'm in a group on Facebook, as we know. I'm always talking about that, but this particular young man has a totally screwed up mindset. This man was going back and forth with me saying that basically it's okay for a man to stick for a black man to stick his penis in whatever there is to offer because it's just more acceptable by society. And I'm asking him, well, what about the child? What about if you are at some club or whatever and you meet some woman and she's a ratchet and she's a whatever, all this stuff that they like to call you, but you have a child by her, she gets pregnant. I mean, where's the responsibility and accountability to if she gives you a child? Just because she's a ratchet mean that it's not yours? I mean, we say the black woman needs to take accountability for the men that she sleeps with, but does not the black man need to maybe think that, what if this woman raises my daughter? What if I get this woman pregnant and she then has to rear my child for the next 18, 20 years or whatever? I mean, are we looking at her value system? Are we looking at her morals? Or are we looking at any of this? Or are we just thinking with our sex organs, you know? Excuse me, my dog. So, we have to take some type of accountability. We have to take some type of, the black man is going to have to put himself back into the black community. In all ways, in all areas, in all aspects. We see the police violence. We see the fact that police are able to just come into the black neighborhood, kick in doors, plant drugs, do whatever they want to do, because there is no one else doing it. There is no one else, who is being holding them accountable. Who's watching? Do we allow them just to come into communities and just kick doors in and terrorize and hurt our families, and no one says or does anything? I mean, every other community, as I keep saying, is accountable. When something happens to a Hispanic teen, a Hispanic woman, a Hispanic child, you better believe the Hispanic community, you're going to hear something from them. And this is in all communities, but the black community is the most victimized and the most, you will have black people who will sit around and record it and put it on World Star Hip Hop or whatever, instead of trying to hold cops accountable for mistreatment. You won't go to city council meetings. You won't stand up. You won't go to the police department. You won't go to their meetings. There's a whole lot in our communities that we can do. As far as our schools are so bad. It's not just Detroit. It's all over. It's New Orleans. It's Houston. It's all over. But black parents, I'm not talking about the ones who have to go to work and who, they don't have time. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who can go. The ones who can demand better books, the ones who can demand better curriculum, the ones who can go to these meetings and show your face and show your presence and talk to teachers and say that I want my child to do this, to know this. I want this type of curriculum. I want this type of teacher. We just don't do it. And so we get crapped on. But as I say, the black man is going to have to stand up and be the protector and defender, the watchdog even, of our communities again, or we're going to continue down the road that we have, with him shifting blame, with him thinking it's okay to lay around on women. You talk about her being on welfare. You talk about her being ratchet. You talk about her getting food stamps and being on housing and all of this kind of stuff. But yet it's okay when you're laying there playing Xbox, eating up the child cereal and food stamps and all this kind of stuff, and not being productive all day because, I got a felony, I can't get no job. When the black woman is taking care of you, and which is another issue that we need to talk about, because that goes on a whole lot. There are so many black women who are taking care, I mean, absolutely taking care of full grown men like they are their sons, like they are 16, 17 years old. And these men have no accountability whatsoever. We coddle them. That needs to stop. We tell them, oh, you're so cute, you're so fine, oh, and so we just take care of them as if they're children. And when the black woman doesn't do it, a lot of times they go find Becky who'll do it. And we don't hear anything about that. But let a black woman start asking for child support. Let a black woman start asking you to be in your child's life. Let a black woman start saying that she needs your help to help raise and rear this child. Then all of a sudden, there's a problem. But when you're there laying, eating, mooching, not doing anything, driving her car, it's all well and fine. And all of that is kept silent. All of this stuff needs to stop. We're going to have to start making black men stand up and be accountable and be men. Organize something, do something, stand up for something, let your voice be known for something beside so much of the stupidity and silliness that I see the black man getting into. Basketball and rapping is the extent of what I see a black man going for in the community, or being some type of pimp, hustler, preacher, which is a whole nother issue, because they do nothing at all but take advantage of women also in the community. I see nothing else really, because when they do something else, all of a sudden they leave the community. They leave the community. They leave the women and children in the community to fend for themselves, and they get up and they go out and they go find a woman of another race a lot of times, and a woman, a neighborhood, or if they completely detach themselves from the area and community that they were reared in, that they grew up in, that their family is in. And so once again, non-accountability. Leave your community to who? The woman? And then you get to blame her for everything? Why does the black man detach himself from not only accountability, but from his community, from his women, and from his children? Why? What is this? What is this? Because you can detach yourself, you can take yourself out of it, but the bottom line is there is going to be some accountability. There is going to be some karma. She could be a ratchet, she could be a bitch, she could be a hoe, she could be all of that. But you still have a part. Whether you take yourself out of it or not, you still have a part. I would like to know, what's the answer? Why is the black woman not worthy of protection? Why is the black child not worthy of a father? Why is the black community not worthy of the black man's presence? This is what I want to know. I would love to discuss this. Let's talk about it. I want to know. I want you to chime in. I want to hear it. And, as I always say, I thank you for watching. I thank you so much for supporting. Please chime in. Let me know what you have to say, because it's something that's been on my heart, and it's something that, I want to know. I want to know. Other women, I'm sure, want to know. So, as I said, we'll be discussing this as well on a blog talk show that I'm a part of. But I wanted to do this here first because, it was my idea. So I wanted to get this out. I want you all to chime in. And I wanted to tell me. Okay? And until the next video, we'll see you later.